tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the Kingdom of Darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the Pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the Kingdom of Darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir had already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Genshin Impact.
The update just went live, like literally a minute ago. So we'll start playing this.
After we watch Mystery drop a whole bunch of money, starting with $19.99.
I told you, just drop the $99 right away. Should have just done it.
I had to wait, but watch this. Woo, Battle Pass. Look at that free stuff. Free stuff. All right, go pick this one. All right.
Nico says as a Kazuha haver, best of luck.
Wow, thank you, Nico. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, dude, I'm literally about to drop. If I don't get these on my free pulls, then I have to drop some money because I've been waiting a year for this character. No way.
The birds come. Wind strike.
Why didn't give me Barber?
As one with wind and cloud.
And that's why I want Kazuha.
Damn.
Just beat 20 something enemies in like a minute.
That's crazy. Yo, what's up, Henry Tom? What's up, Arnez Julio? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be streaming for about 3 hours, I think. As soon as I get started on the update, we're recording this stuff for the game movie.
Yep. But first, we need to test out these new characters. This is the brand new character that they showcased. Not a lot of people seem interested, but I'm about to see right now if he's really worth it. But these challenges boost the character, so it's not gonna be like level 1. Alright, so that's the first time we see the max damage punch. And what really made me like this character is, as you can see, he's using melee combat. I really dig that. That is so dope. So he might not be meta, but just the pull factor alone makes me want him. Which I'll probably get since I'm pulling for Kazuha, so I'm most likely gonna get this new character too.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
Was there a world of difference when you switch from PS4 to PS5? It looks so good on this.
The frames 100% went up. Like at first it was like probably 30, and now like when it's 60, you can immediately tell.
Yeah.
Man, that punch. So I'm really digging this character just based off the combat alone. But he's also a detective, so it gives me like Yagami vibes from Judgment, if you guys played that. So I really don't care about these other characters because I have these two. I don't have Clee, but we're gonna do Clee so we can get those 20 free Primo gems. So people that are new, that's the currency you use to wish with in this game. 20 isn't a lot, but it's something. I'm also not really a big fan of Clee. Like, I like her character, she's adorable, but I don't really enjoy her playstyle.
Why? What's wrong with her playstyle?
So in a game where you can literally destroy 20 enemies within a minute, her slower playstyle and she doesn't do as much damage is just not really viable. And since she's an actual short character, which does make a difference, it takes her longer to climb, it takes her longer to run. You'll use more stamina to run, and you'll use more stamina to swim. And if you run out of stamina when you're swimming, you'll drown.
Oh my god. Breath of the Wild style.
Yeah.
That's right.
As a dutiful maid would.
Hey, Kevin's World, welcome to the stream. Good to have you.
Welcome, everyone. Alright. So before we get into the story, we do have to get all this grindy stuff out the way. Let's take a look at what we're doing. Okay, so we're doing a Kazuha story. So claim this. What? Insufficient story keys. There we go. I'm like, what? There we go. So now we can do it. Act 1. How do you say that? Palmatum?
Oh, I misspelled it. Palmatum, I would say. I misspelled it on the title. I look at it. It's H-A. How dare you?
Bro, I said that.
No, you spoke it.
Whatever. Okay, so we got 2 banners, the Klee banner and the Kazuha banner. If you're wishing on this, I don't know why, but let's see. Can we get Kazuha in our first 10 pulls? No, we didn't. But we got the new character.
Okay.
So, I mean, I expected that to happen, but that's fine. Oh, we got 2 of them? Wow, okay. So, for those that don't know, whenever you get a character and you get another character, you actually level them up. So right here at the Constellation, we just unlocked another one after we claimed it. Okay, so I did not expect us to get them on the first pull, but that's awesome. So I'm just gonna level them up real quick.
Man, how much money do they make on this game?
As I get stronger,
I need
It's funny,
to know.
I saw a video yesterday, and every new character, he was basically assuming how much it was making based off the only really financial data, which is loose data, is from the mobile stores. So that's not accounting, you know, the PlayStation, the PC, or the Xbox, or I think this is on Switch as well.
Mm-hmm.
But literally the most a character is made on a single run was this character, but I got on my first pull, so I didn't spend any money. But her total was like $45,000 alone, and there's over 20 characters, I think, now.
So wait, you said the character itself made $45,000?
The character itself,
That's actually
and that's just on
lower.
mobile. That's on the mobile.
Oh, it's just on
Only.
mobile. Okay.
Only on mobile. So you got to think there's literally way more players on console and on PC.
Yeah.
So
It has to be in the millions then. Yeah, it has to be.
Yes. I wouldn't doubt it's about to be in the hundreds of millions, because everybody's trying to get Kazuha. Everybody's been waiting. When he first came out, everybody slept on him. And then just with time, when people actually learn a character. Another 10 pulls. This is our second. Oh, that's Kazuha. It has to be. It has to be. Yes, we got him for free. For free, baby. For free.
Woo!
Yes, for free. Let's go. Okay.
It's a good day, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It is a good day. It is a good
I
day.
I don't have to spend nothing. Okay, let's go for. So Freedom Sword is good on Kazuha, but Lost Pair, I don't know. It might be good on the new character. Let's try and go for that.
Hey guys, welcome everybody who just came in. Hater, Raymond, whoa, Izzy, a girl mill, welcome. Chaotic, welcome. Michael, Ian, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. It is a good day, ladies and gentlemen. It is a good day.
100%.
It's gonna be a fire ass game movie. That's it. I already know.
I don't know what this stuff is, but they're giving me free stuff, so I'm gonna take it. I don't know what any of this is, but I'm gonna take it all. This is like a new. I see. So right here, this book, it has like the enemies and the domains and all that. Here is like the adventure levels, and you can get free stuff, but I already finished that. So they added a new title. But since I've done all this, I'm claiming it all. Maybe it's all free. It's all free. A lot of this stuff looks trash. The only thing that's important are like these little bottles, which will help you level up super fast. But everything else, it's trash. I'll take it. It's all free, baby.
That's how they get you. Is what is that? Your wife forever was?
Your waifu forever. I literally came up with that name. Like I was like, oh, it has to be something good for the game movie, and everybody likes it. So. It's good. I like it.
You stay
and
loyal.
It's original.
Yeah.
And it's original. Bro, I can't believe we just got Kazuha on the first go. And they're gonna give us free primos, so we got 600 more. So we can keep wishing. And I'm really tempted to wish again. Oops, sorry. I'm tempted to wish again. Oh, the new character outfit. I almost forgot. Yeah, I wanted this. I wanted this character outfit. So I'm about to drop some. They're going to get some more money out of me. Hold on a second, guys, while I clear out the bank account.
Lane. Is it Lane? I don't know if it's Ian or Lane. I don't know how to pronounce it. We're doing good, man. We're enjoying this, getting on stream. It was kind of last minute because we kind of... I mean, I guess you knew the update was coming out, right? But I don't know what you had thought about it.
I knew, but I didn't really think about streaming it.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, well, might as well. Damn, look at that. Looking sick. Just costing me $29. Hey, if you got it, you got it. If you don't... Alright, so let's go ahead and put this on and show off for everybody online.
Well then.
Yeah, your mom says, yo, I'm excited for Kazuha.
Yep, and I just got him. So I'll go ahead and put him in the party, even though he's super low. We'll put him in. So this is the universal team. I'm thinking maybe some Kazuha.
Sounds good to me.
Even though he's not a main damage DPS, I do want him in front just to show off. Bennett increases damage. Xingqiu also does a lot of damage with his burst. And then we can put... we could put Raiden. I don't see
What is the situation?
Raiden and Kazuha in last.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to him. Sounds good to me too. So just level him up and then we'll start the adventure. I do want to test out this new character as well though. I'll have to do that later.
You say Klee, who's the most popular character?
My blade grows keener.
If it's by money, then Raiden Shogun. But like the popularity's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their own fan base. And I already grinded for all his resources like a long time ago, so we should be good. Just level him up and he's good to go. I've waited a year for this. For this moment.
Nerd.
Nerd. It's real to me, damn it.
Hey, what's up, Michael? Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're just about to get started. He's leveling up, claiming all his free stuff, getting ready. And then...
we have enough? No, we don't have enough shells. Okay. That's fine. Oh, they gave us more shells. Okay. Well. Let's just go over here and get some coins. You see all these resources people have to grind?
I mean, it's just ingenious, man. Like, they...
Got him. Alright. Should be good. I'll switch out the weapon to Favonia's sword. We'll give Shincho.
You don't like COVID? Yeah, nobody likes COVID. No one. I don't think
Maybe
there.
one person.
Yeah, there's not like a COVID fan group like sitting around talking about like, you know what's awesome? COVID. No.
Well, I mean, actually, COVID was very beneficial for some people. Maybe.
How dare you? I mean, obviously, some of the results, I guess you could say, like working from home for some people, but even then, it's not like they're a fan of COVID.
Charmin was.
Hey, what's up, Panji? Welcome to the stream. The Knight of the Galaxy says, "Oh my God, I caught Kazuha in 10 pools."
10 pull, dude. Same. Welcome to the club, the 10 pull club. It's an elite group. Not everybody can join. No, wait, I got mine in 20. So never mind. Yeah, you're the elite of the elite. Damn, must be a 500,000 more already. Okay, so Kazuha should be good to go. Gotta put on. I did not grind artifacts. So we're just gonna take Sucrose's. Get out the way, Sucrose. You're no longer valuable. Get out the way. This is all Kazuha's now.
Jesus.
That's probably not even the right build for it, but it's okay.
Doesn't matter. What platform are you playing? PS5. Ashley G says, guys, I need help. Should I pull C2 Kazuha or Freedom Sword? I don't know. I don't know what Mystery has to say about this. He's thinking.
I don't even have Freedom Sword, so I say Kazuha. Go for Kazuha. If you do, you have. Let's see this one. If you have Favonia's sword, just put that on him. That's his best sword. That's why I have it on him now. If you also have the Festering Desire from the event, the Sacrificial Sword, like these are the three. I would personally suggest these three weapons. Even though the best one is Favonia's sword, the second one probably be Sacrificial. The other sword is also useful, but if you already have Favonia's, just put Favonia's on. I don't see why you would put anything else on. I would personally pull for a second Kazuha. Like I should do that right now, but it's not really necessary right now. I might get more primos in the end.
Ashley says she has Iron Sting.
You have Iron Sting? Iron Sting is also good. Because elemental damage, he's going to have Swirl. Swirl's going to give you, depending on whatever team or enemy you're going against. Iron Sting could be good too, as long as you level it up. Mine's not leveled up because I don't need it.
Lightheart says, I have the game spin-off Honkai Impact 3. What?
Bro, Honkai. So all these are made by the same company. Honkai Impact 3rd, I think came before Genshin. I'm not too sure. I didn't find out about MiHoYo until Genshin, so I'm not an expert in their history or the discography.
I'm gonna look it up right now. It's crazy how this game has become such a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, bro. Since day 2, like the game movie, 1 million views. Like, come on, like crazy. So I'm gonna have to pull just because I need more stuff for Paimon Shop. So let's go ahead and get our 10th pull. Let's see if we can get a C2 Kazuha. Mike prayed, hope for me. No, we didn't get it. We got another 4-star, so maybe the new character. Yeah, so we got a C3 of the new character, but we also got 2 more, so we can go ahead and go to Paimon Shop. Let's go ahead. C2. The pull effect of arresting wind tunnel creates a wind muster kick is enhanced. Oh, okay, I don't know what that means, but. And now we have a C3 Toma. I do not use Toma. That you can see that right there. So we're gonna go back to Paimon Shop. Like this whole section could just be clipped out and put on the Clips channel. Mystery just spending a dumb amount of money for a boy. Not even for a girl this time, for a boy.
But this is your boy. This is your boy you've been waiting for.
Don't say it like that.
He looks kind of like a
Alright,
girl. I don't know. I'm just saying.
The new one, I thought the new character was a girl. Like, you can't tell me that doesn't look like a chick. Like when you first look,
Yeah.
a beautiful lady, and then he talks. It ruins the immersion.
Apare, I think I pronounced your name right. Apare? Hello, welcome. Mr. Sirlands Gaming says I pulled him and Klee.
Why Klee though?
Um,
That's my question. Why Klee? Why did you pull Klee? Did you want to pull Klee? Oh my gosh.
hey, Jack Daniel. Dan, I guess it would be just Daniel.
Jack Daniels, like the drink.
Yeah, but he spelled it D-A-W, so it's Daniel. Daniel.
The original was
Yeah.
the original was taken.
Yeah, that's exactly probably what it is.
All right, so let's go ahead and start the story, because that's what we're here for, and then we'll do some more stuff after that. The story should take around an hour, which is normal. Normally it's an hour. I don't see why it would be longer,
Add Astra.
but let's go ahead. Welcome everybody new. Hope you guys enjoy the stream.
So I'm on MiHoYo's wiki. They have a game called, their first game was 2011, Fly Me to the Moon, Zombie Gay Kawaii, Hokey Gawkin, that's Guns Girls Z. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
I remember Gun Girl Z. Nobody
Okay.
liked it.
Alright, well, so 2016 is Honkai Impact the third, and then 2020 is Genshin Impact and Tears of Themis. And coming up is Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero. What a name.
Zone Zero.
What a name. Triple Z.
Okay, you thought Fischl was gonna be in the banner? Fischl's gonna be in later on in the update. I think you get a free Fischl. I'm not too sure, because I already have like a C4 Fischl, I think, and I don't even use her. Yeah, I have almost a max Fischl, so I mean I don't care. But if you use Fischl, I mean that's awesome. You get another free Fischl.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then. Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today? Huh? What's up?
What the hell?
Hey!
This is where
what the
Kazuha
heck
comes
was
out
that
to help
for?
us.
Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Where'd he go? Oh.
He's right behind you, man.
He is a samurai. Oh, no damage? So we're not supposed to win?
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all. Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha. Hey! Don't be mean! I'm unsmart lots of the time! Anyway, just to be be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other? Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Alright, so we're gonna go search for Kazuha.
So that your character never has a voice when you're, but like, does
she
that
talks sometime?
Okay.
Very sparingly.
um
Do we have it so whenever they're talking, like you can go to the other screen where it's just the game?
no, I could do that though. I could set it up for
That'd be perfect, just in case like my power goes out.
Well, I mean, if your power goes out, then your game would go out.
Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
Wait, just us talking? You mean just? Oh, you mean us? Just us talking?
Like no, like just the game. So like if the power goes out, yeah, I die, but the stream is still going, and I could just take the stream later on.
As soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumas.
I thought it would kick me out since it's your.
If it's because of
Like,
that battle on Nizuchi
like it would
Beach,
kick me out of the
yeah.
screen, you know, of the server.
I don't see her
But it will
getting
still
this kind of
save.
attention.
Is what I'm saying.
Oh, well,
Kazuha keeps to
yeah.
himself
I'm
most of the
recording,
time.
so
In
every
fact,
all
there are
28
times when he
minutes
doesn't even
is gonna be
listen to the
gone.
captain, but
Yeah.
he
The
just
stream is
laughs it
still-
off.
Because it's on your end, it's still gonna be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you still don't know what he did.
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
So, CP, chaotic. So pick who you like and then level around that character. You can beat the story and pretty much majority of the game with whoever you like, as long as you build a good team around whoever you like. Unless you like all 4 people and they have no synergy, which is very rare, and I don't think it's even possible, you should be good.
So I was asking you about the voice thing because there's this cool channel, I forget the name, but they did like all the Zelda games where they hired voice actors to do all the choices, and it reminded me of
Greetings.
that.
We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaedahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No, this puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The
Plot
detective
thickens.
agency knows the most about what goes on in town.
Hey, what's up, Aiden? Welcome to the stream.
Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
People ask, how do you get the golden apple? I don't know if you know that.
So the updates are always rolled out in phases. So right now it's Kazuha's story. I don't know if you unlock golden pull like as soon as you finish it. I can check right now on the map. If it's not on the map, then it's not out yet, probably, because I did it before. So as you can see, there's no golden apple archipelago. So it's probably not even out yet. It's probably gonna be rolled out like next week or something like that. Or maybe you have to beat the story to unlock it, but it's not unlocked straight out the get-go.
Which we should find out since you're gonna finish the story.
Yeah.
If it's an hour like the other ones. Let's see.
About to meet the new character, the detective.
And to Walter, who said earlier, ain't being rude but looking at this game is stupid, play something
I'd
else.
like to ask you a quick question.
Bro, this, I mean, if you don't like it, I understand that, so not to be rude, but you don't have to watch it. But there's millions of people who play this game, so,
So this is the
it's
renowned
not
Mr.
like
Kaidehara.
there's
I've heard a
there's
lot
plenty of
about
people
you.
who like the
It is an
game,
honor
whether you
to
like it or
finally
not.
meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora? Whoa! Oh, wait, even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. Two grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
And the plot thickens. Oh, well, we're right next to him.
I kind of hate when they do that.
Ah, if it isn't Kazuha Kazuha, what brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Yes, you may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the Iridori Festival.
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time, each of us has arrived at a different blade-making philosophy, spawning the development of different branches of the same art. As an example, to our work, there is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedahara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedahara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryou Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back. Yes, strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Huh. Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Yeah, so like I was saying, in the beginning, there was nothing for Genshin players to do besides grind after they beat the story. And so MiHoYo, the company, decided to make everything harder after the first couple updates to try and catch up with the people that have constantly played.
Yeah.
But it never really got hard for us because we've always been grinding, always been working together on YouTube videos and everything. But for new people, brand new people, it's just almost impossible for you guys to catch up at like any specific, like a fast pace. So you'll have to grind if you're gonna become strong.
I mean, that's what they want anyway. I don't think they were ready for how popular the game would become.
My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. just sat there staring at them.
I feel like they're commenting
He was in a
on
trance.
players here.
I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens.
Fourth wall breaking.
On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And
Cold.
that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On
like
most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
He didn't do the right thing.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
Insurance scam.
I see. I understand. Amin Omayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
So this guy's worthless.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amin Omayuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument.
McChicken,
This situation
perhaps.
is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Man.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
My
Well,
mind has no thoughts.
I was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and,
Oh my god.
nope, never mind.
Like,
I'm on
dude.
rest for a while. Over to you.
They must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the
Yes,
truth.
yes.
We're still missing crucial information. Which one?
I'm a grown
I
ass
think we're
man.
still
It's well, that's probably how the gameplay is, but I'm a grown ass man. Is number 2. He's hiding the truth. He sold it. No, he sold the stuff and ran away with a different woman. Set the fire so she thinks that he's gone. This dude wouldn't even argue with her over anything. He ain't no real man. He left her with the kids. Now she's a baby mama, alone and single, and he's out there collecting more shit. Like, and he got the insurance money. Come on, man. Come on. Like, I'm a grown ass man.
Conspiracy I've ever heard.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how the story works out. Like, that's oh my god.
We gotta refresh. We gotta refresh.
Okay.
So guys, the way we stream is we invite each other to share play so you guys can actually see my screen since we're playing on console.
And then that way he can also still record for the game movie.
For the game movie
on the channel.
On the channel.
By the way, we go long periods of time being quiet just because we don't want to talk too much during the cutscenes. When we're playing an older game, like it doesn't matter. But since this is new and a lot of people care about the story, then we don't want to talk over it unless we comment on it a little bit here and there. But you think it's crucial information is missing? Okay.
Most likely, man.
Yeah.
This game is that is deep. What you said is deep, but it usually goes deeper than that.
Yeah. He couldn't handle the pressure.
An interesting explanation. I was also considering this possibility. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about Mr. Nagato's collectibles. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either way, after arguing about it, the two men agreed to hide the truth of this matter. They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating and uncovered some incriminating details, so they fled to protect their secrets. But it's a far-fetched theory. I can't imagine how they would have been able to reach an agreement. One fact that I keep coming back to is
the
that
dog
Amenoma
glitch.
Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there? Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far.
Why?
If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out
What the hell's the dog?
warehouse.
What the
There's
dog
still a
doing?
chance we may be able
Know
to
what I'm
find some
saying?
shreds of evidence.
It's a spy.
Yeah. Imagine going on a detective adventure with a child. That's literally like.
Paimon. But is she supposed to be a child or is it supposed to be like just...
Well, she's older, younger than us. Our character's like over 1,000 something, like a couple thousand.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. The story is sucked me in now. I want to know. I want to know why, how, who.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Paimon's just like, what's it called? Innocent, I guess.
Yeah, innocent would be the word.
All right, so we can skip all this because he's not talking. It's a shame, young people.
Well, isn't
Right,
this?
Shogun.
You don't put this in the story?
Hell no. If I did, okay. No, if I did, bro,
I mean, I don't know. I usually do. I always do. If it's important to the story, I always include it.
If it's important to the story, they talk. That's what I'm. Like, if they're not talking, it's like this. He's giving us a riddle and shit.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know the game, so I'm just asking. Like,
See, I
like I don't know if it's, but my question is it just that you don't want to read it, or is it that literally doesn't matter? Like,
it doesn't matter. I haven't seen anyone complain ever.
because they wouldn't know unless they.
Shut your ass up.
I don't want to read. All right, shit.
I think that was a side quest because that was weird.
I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear.
See what I'm saying?
As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Flashback.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us!
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
That sucks, Rexu. I'm sorry it's been crashing for you. Luckily, we haven't had that issue yet. Hopefully, it doesn't happen.
Elemental mastery. I saw a video where this YouTuber was talking about elemental, not elemental mastery, but elemental something.
From this point, the trail appears to split into 2. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly. Quite possibly. Let's search the area.
I've seen a lot of people in the chat say they got Kazuha. I wonder if they just made it like really
Something
easy.
seems to be drawing their attention.
I think everyone that
Let's
hasn't
take a
gotten
closer
this
look.
already is just in the game spending all their money right now.
Really?
Probably.
The range knows me.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me lead you. I'm going in!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
I love this character.
It's...
Ooh, look at this red stuff. What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
You want to read it?
I am Nagato. I was wounded by Aminoma Yuya. He took my most precious blade. I chased him but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding, but it seems that some strange power has sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was gonna sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. Ah, it hurts. But for some reason, I can't fall unconscious. So all I can do is distract from the pain. All I can do to distract from the pain is write. What will happen to Sachiko, Yushi, and Yui? I'm sorry to them. I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I was and how blind to my obsession. I must have been cursed. I collected all those strange and bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put it all together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you, and sorry for letting you down, Sachiko.
Amazing.
Damn.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Aminoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So, where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here.
Evidence is not sufficient enough for an arrest. They're gonna need a confession.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Aminoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right, so let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
Dr. Fate, I agree. I don't think he's dead either.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like way too much.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, I agree with you, Dr. Fate. They're talking about him too much. He's still alive.
Like either he faked his death, the other person is faking his death. Like it's way too many. That's why I'm saying like that evidence is not enough for any conviction.
I mean, he wrote the letter like under supposed duress.
Seems to have
Like,
stayed here
Yeah.
for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Show yourself. It's no use
Yeah.
hiding anymore.
Running around with a gut wound and writing out a super long
Kaedehara
letter.
Kazuha.
Yeah.
It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenome Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
The blade is Amanoma Yuma.
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light.
or just controlling him.
Whoa,
That's what he meant.
Surely
I
you
think.
don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect
Yeah.
any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenome Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many,
All
many
because of
years
some
ago,
meddling
I
kids.
was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So... swords can become conscious and control people?
The people of the
Dun, dun,
time in
dun.
which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon.
The vanity.
That gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ah, so Amenome Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
Despicable.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Makes sense.
Is there?
Except now he's gonna get his ass beat.
I mean, like, is there any better duo than villains and villains telling their whole fucking plan and story? Like, just kill
They need a
like.
confession. It doesn't get any more deeper than that.
Yeah, I mean, this dude went on for like 10 minutes about like what the hell he needs to do, wants to do, his dreams, desires.
Do not stand in my way.
It goes to show you all we need is
Strike you
therapy.
down too.
You know, we fix half the villains in the world.
No one. You've lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more.
Jeez, the pride.
Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure.
You gotta seal him
By any
away.
means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you?
Well, you said it
On
yourself.
his deathbed, he
the-
passed
he's
to
just-
me
right?
all of Ishin
Talking
art's
about-
secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further. Dissent. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you.
Gonna pick me.
Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Okay.
I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
You can't just get rid of it.
Oh,
See,
shit.
look, he's flying. He's floating. Now he's flying. Oh, we got a new sword. Oh, yo, we just got a new sword in the game.
That was the whole point of this whole thing. You didn't even think of that.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights.
Damn.
If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
He's talking
I
shit. Shit.
hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Ah, all right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenome Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Hey, yo, Dr. Fate, are you excited for the new Bleach anime? Apparently, Taite Kubo, the creator, he said that they're planning on making a game. Like, he literally was like, yeah, we have a game in development. And he just said it like nobody would care, but like, bro, I'm doing the game movie on that one 100%.
Man, I like the story, but it's too much. Yeah, like it's. I wouldn't even call it talking because I don't. It's not that I don't like the talking. It's exposition. It's just like 50 minutes of exposition. I've only seen you fight once. Like, it's crazy. Like they need to tighten up over here, man. Like that's not how you tell them.
This whole what we're about to go through is a whole dungeon of just fighting, and then in the end it's gonna be talking, more exposition, and then like probably a big cinematic.
Yeah.
Maybe not a big cinematic, but it's gonna be a cinematic.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Coconut? I guess I'll call you.
Everything on this journey.
I don't know. Yeah, 2.8.
Oh, we're just using Kazuha. Okay. It's always harder to play this game with just one character.
What would you compare the combat to in this game? Like, was it closely resemble?
Nothing I've ever played. It's like the first time I ever played a game where you're constantly switching characters and doing combos. Like maybe like.
How are you feeling? You okay?
A Pokemon with Hyrule.
Blade is
Pokemon
performing largely as I expected.
in
Having
Legend
gone
of
so long
Zelda
without proper use and maintenance,
with
it's
anime.
become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Javi says it's like DMC. Yeah.
It's so much. It's like different things. But it's good. I like it. I like how these guys are just chilling.
Dr. Fate says, I really hope they add greater and more detailed content to the storyline of a 1,000-year-old blood war arc. There were a lot of fights that were short that need to be lengthened.
Yeah, Taite Kubo said he's not only working personally with the anime, which is the first time he's ever done that. He's always been super lenient, but he's gonna show the off-screen fights, and he's gonna make the fights longer. So I'm expecting this anime to literally be like 60 episodes, 60, 70 episodes. But I'm ready for that Kenpachi versus Unohana fight. Shit's gonna be sick.
Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more.
Yes, do you have
difficult for me to
Zhongli?
wield. He cannot hold out much
No, I
longer.
don't.
Zhongli.
If he keeps persisting, he
I
will
never
likely
wanted him.
break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amenome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
I saw some chests back here. I don't know, it's those hats.
Time to go.
Yo, what's up, Faded King Lion? Welcome back. That's your boy.
Hey yo, what's good, boy? I think I'm like the only person that actually enjoys Paimon. Like the fan base doesn't like her. You don't like her. Like nobody likes her.
It's that weird thing with like Japanese translations or English. Well, I know this is Chinese, but still, it's just kind of like they really be thinking like, because then when you listen to the Japanese version of stuff, it doesn't sound so kid-like. I don't know if Paimon does in Chinese or Mandarin, but like in other stuff I've seen where I see like the Japanese original, it's like, oh, it sounds good, and then you hear the English version, it's like, this is what they think Americans sound like or something. I don't know.
The shade's
Yeah.
grown a bit dimmer again. It
Leon
doesn't
doesn't
look
like her.
anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
You got Mona? That's
form?
nice.
What are you talking about?
True form.
Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before?
Ew.
It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in
man,
this
that
state,
starts
you
just getting
wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi,
talking
much less
shit.
the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered
Snezhnaya is
and
Russia,
broken.
basically.
It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, the blade is
worry.
purposely
I'll
getting
use
weaker.
my
It's
own
gonna
blade.
make this harder.
It's
Yeah.
just more of the same.
Just throw it away
They
already.
better let me jump in. Like,
One with nature.
I mean, it looks super easy regardless.
thank you.
It's like it doesn't look easy for everybody. I make it look easy.
As one with wind and cloud.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years,
Special
and
skin
we
is
have
not out
formed a
yet.
close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, The part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey,
I normally feel like
you
he's
lost
talking shit all the
only person who
time.
could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose.
Tear him down
How
and then
could
build
I
him back up.
possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy."
Yo, is he about to cry?
He is crying.
How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Damn.
He's cold, man. I love
Where are you
him.
going, Kazuha?
Said I'm done here.
He now
Yeah.
has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Good luck at the gym, bro.
Yeah, thanks. What was his name again? His real name?
Leon.
Leon?
Or I call him Jay.
Jay, yeah, so you're calling him Jay. Leon.
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually
Snezhnaya.
learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Never too late, Paimon.
Yes.
The power of friendship.
It is too
Oh,
late.
okay, never mind.
Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Time always moves forward. Let's see how much time for the... Yeah, let's do a refresh. 16 minutes. I think they'll talk for like...
Alright. Alrighty. Another 30-minute, like... Like the story is interesting too, but I mean, obviously, like that's the way they tell their story anyway. It's just because.
And this is just a side story. This shit
Yeah.
doesn't even really matter. Which is the crazy part. Imagine how much they put into the main story. Spoiler alert, it's not that much.
I mean, that's what I'm
Are you
saying. Yeah, it's in now. I'm so. Clarissa says, I'm so happy that everybody now wants Kazuha.
Yeah, everyone slept on him, but he's proved he's
When I look
good.
back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him.
Remember to
for
like the
giving
stream,
me the
guys.
gift
It
of
helps a lot if
consciousness.
you do.
But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the
This
entire
guy.
purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
No.
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix too? Jeez, don't push
Get
your
him, Paimon.
luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were
That's
merely the
Paimon,
next step
Steve.
in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line
No
of
way he's talking about Paimon.
You are a
Stop.
fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you.
This scrub?
He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me,
Cuss
he
5
still
times
has
and I'll
some
donate
remaining semblance of honor. If a duel
$1,999.
can help to set this state of
Fuck
affairs
shit.
in order, I am willing to
fuck.
put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
This whole video just got demonetized.
Thanks for your help.
Exactly.
Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Tournament.
Challenge completed.
That's it, man.
That's the whole story?
No, I meant the chest. That's
I was like, what? Like, no
You're
way.
yeah, we'll continue in next update. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that.
This This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash.
Oh my god, they keep bringing up all this old
Yep,
stuff, man.
We still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin Art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Time to go. Wind strike. Time to go. Into the wind.
There was actually about 2 updates ago. There was actually an actual dual function where you can parry and everything like Dark Souls.
I was about to say, I was like, I thought that's what that was about to happen, something like that. It would have been cool.
Yeah, but it was an event. I don't even know why they don't bring it back for moments like this, but it was kind of easy though.
Yeah, it's built, like literally built for it.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedahara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedahara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
Get a makeover.
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
There it is. You're Mr. Beast's stepbrother? Okay.
Part of me wants to ban him, but the other part of me is like, he's a kid, he's stupid.
Probably.
Oh, it's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
I love these, like, just kind of like, oh, they tell them what happened.
Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility.
What?
This is a great pity. But I have some
so
good
it's
news
normal
as well.
for people to be able to create
Ryuji from the Bonton
sentient
Sango Detective
weapons?
Agency tells me that
That's
they
like back
found
in
the
the day.
missing Mr. Nagato.
Really?
Oh.
Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded, but he will live.
There he is. He's still alive.
And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong,
Kill the
Kazuha?
old man.
Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What?
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
Nope.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
What a risk. What a risk to take.
Yeah, dramatic.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
Upgrade.
So it won't be able to control anymore, but it'll be a sick-ass sword.
There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Alright.
Rest in peace.
Wow, it looks sick. So sick as the origin story for a sword. This the whole DLC expansion is the origin story for this sword.
That's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
The end. Oh no, we still gotta talk to. Oh my god.
Yeah, she just said like, yeah, you gotta go call.
Yeah, but I would have been satisfied if he did it and we didn't have to go listen. So Dr. Fate, does that mean their writing is predictable, or you're just good at knowing what's gonna happen?
Ah, you've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amano Mayuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well. I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
That's not yet.
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
So good. The end.
There it is.
New sword? Let's take a look at it. I don't think they brought this sword up during their showcase. So let's read it. When a normal charged or plunging attack hits an opponent, it'll whip up a Hewing Gale, dealing AoE damage equal to 180% of attack and increasing attack by 50% for 8 seconds. Can only... so it's just big dig damage.
Yeah.
But this sword is only for him. Nobody else really does plunging damage besides him.
That's sick. I mean, it looks sick. It looks sick with his outfit, everything. He's matching everything.
It's honestly a great sword. So normal, charged, or plunging attacks. It's good for damage, but Kazuha's a support character. This is the sword to make him your main damage dealer, basically. That's what they did. Oh well.
Oh, good for him. That's good.
So you want to end it here?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I will tell it like the story. I think it'd be good.
Alright, dope. Yeah, that's the only thing they have out right now. Yeah, that's the only thing they have out right now. So the next story update's probably gonna be within 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, they release it often then.
Yeah. It's supposed to last throughout the entire month. There's only been one time where they were in a drought, and that was like so fucking boring. You had nothing to do.
Was that like in the beginning of the game, or?
That was like 2 updates ago. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed the stream.
It's a great stream, guys. Thanks for joining. We got to see the story. Make sure you like, please, on the way out if you enjoyed. We will be streaming tomorrow Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll just be hanging out with chat, and then we'll also stream Brotherhood on Friday. Just playing an older game, having fun, and then next week we'll be doing a couple new games. We'll be doing Stray, and then Bright Memory, which has actually been out already, but it's coming out for the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, so we're gonna play those 2 games. But thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yep, thanks for